Hi everyone, I'm Batsala. Considering the feedback that I received from my tutor, I have made some changes in my inquiry topic and the questions. I have now been researching on the environmental effects of mining and burning coals to produce electricity and the impacts these have in wildlife and ecosystem, water and air pollution and marine ecological system, waste management and human lives and health issues. I have also been looking at some solution to these issues and investigating whether solar energy can be a viable alternative for the environmental sustainability. I choose this topic because one of my relatives had severe health issues owing to working in the coal industry and is it being the most discussed and researched areas. And I do believe everyone is affected with the environmental issues raised by the coal industry in some way or other. Initially, I used Google search and encyclopedia to gather preliminary information, knowledge, and questions regarding my inquiry topic, followed by credible research papers and articles from Curtin Library and Google Scholar to answer some of the inquiry questions. So far, Encyclopedia and Google Scholar remains the most helpful tools to find the required knowledge and resources. The topic being one of the most discussed and researched, finding credible information and resources seem easy at this stage. However, as the topic of the research project is quite a broad one, I am really struggling to narrow it down only to few critical environmental issues rather than the whole impacts the coal industry has on the environment. Going further, based on the needs, I am planning for an unstructured qualitative research approach to identify more thoughts and opinions and to dive deeper into the problems so that a reasonable conclusion can be drawn. In my preliminary research, I have already found some interesting facts. One of the major environmental issues that I found was acid mine drainage. AMD contains large amount of acidic water and solids with high content of sulfate and dissolved metals that finally get discharged in the rivers. This discharge then contaminate the nearby rivers and streams, impacting the existing ecological system and habitats of the marine creature in a worst possible way. Another issue that raised my attention was the air pollution from coal mines. The emissions of particulate matter and hazardous gases including methane, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, as well as carbon monoxide can damage the air environment, causing severe respiratory and many health related problems. I have also found that forest destruction or deforestation caused by mines removes habitats of many valuable wildlife, leading to the direct losses of millions of native animals and plants every year, and can even create an extinction and ecosystem threat. Besides researching the above mentioned aspect in more details, I have to research on environmental impact caused by the coal combustion, waste, coal slug, and finally research briefly about the environmental benefits and solar energy as a substitute for coal-fired power. I believe the inquiry of environmental issues related to coal mining and burning is suitable for year 6. As a science understanding, children develop understanding how survival of wildlife and the marine lives are affected by physical conditions of their environments. It is also effective way to look at science as a human endeavor, as the students can develop understanding of the environment sustainability, and this will encourage them to promote their home and community environment in a more sustainable way.